Okay, this is the trading plan for May 20th, 2024. So, on Thursday and Friday, after we had a big, powerful breakout, the market has had trouble rallying and has to go lower to find buyers. The market on the bigger picture has been basically whipping back and forth between the all-time high, but balancing near the all-time high. And Friday we had a failed breakdown below the overnight low and the major part of the consolidation of Friday, and swiftly came right back up. And then in the overnight session we had a breakout and balance, which is now being tested. Notably, NASDAQ went through its all-time high and then came back down, and now has been respecting that on the downside, not being able to get above it, and it's diverging a little bit on the weakness-wise, and was not able to get above Friday's high before it started. So it's balancing in a range where ES got above Friday's range and is balancing above. So ES is stronger, and NASDAQ just tried to break out and hit the VPOC and near the all-time high. And so this zone basically represents the all-time high, and it has not gotten back above that higher time frame resistance that it poked through. So that's a bit of a warning sign, but NAS could just find support and turn around at any time, and then provide fuel for the stronger ES to go up. So you'd have to see some kind of good confirmation intraday that this weakness is developing into something more important. You can't really have any big thoughts of a failed breakout above the high yet. Things are still very bullish. And so for today, I have on the upside, I have this 41 as the intraday bias confirming zone, and then we'd have complete time frame alignment above there, and then volume's running about 85%. So this zone is just the projection of ranges, and we could hit this 59 to 70 area, and a volume picked up. This is the 100% retracement of the bigger range, and this is the range extreme, which is not really likely to get hit with this. There's really no news, and there's not a lot of volume, and there's no data till Wednesday, and NVIDIA's earnings are Wednesday, so could be some drifting until then. And so this is the bias changing zone. This 24 to 30. Getting below this would be the first sign of weakness, and then this would be an intraday. This would be intraday, and then this is intraday bias confirming zone. Below this and below this HVN, the ES would turn intraday bearish, and then this is another bias changing zone, and then this is the bias confirming zone. Below here, the STF would shift to more of a neutral stance. The ITF would definitely be strongly bullish, and then the daytime frame would be bearish, and then the 62 is right here, so probably have to breach that level too. But getting below here, things get a little more bearish, and possibility for maybe some panic is there, but the bigger picture is bullish, and if we get to this zone, this is definitely a buy, and then this zone is definitely a buy. This would be a range extreme. And then on NASDAQ, this is the intraday bias changing zone, and then this is the bias confirming zone. Getting above here would be quite important, because that's the prior all-time high and a good bounce area high. So above this HVN, if things are going really well, this could just get taken out. But so Nasdaq's already broken below this, which is first sign of weakness, and then this is a bias changing zone. On the downside would be intraday bearish from here, and then we could test this, and this is bias confirming zone. And this is also a bias confirming zone because this is the prior launch to the downside. This area down here is this prior launch area, so it's another important zone. So the daytime frame bias, the overnight bias right now is still bullish, and we need to see some initiative activity because we're above yesterday's high. In order to keep going, we need to see Nasdaq come back, and the ITF bias is bullish, the larger time frame bias is bullish, so there is an aspect of time frame alignment here, above here, and then if we could stay above 5320, then pretty much the bullishness is intact, and getting below there, then things get a little more bearish, and there's still good buys below, unless Nasdaq looks like it's really breaking down, and there's sustained downside momentum and a lot of bearishness, but in general the structure supports buying